Investigating the stories that matter to you. Live from Columbia in high definition. This is WIS News 10.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for waking up with Sunrise. I'm Lynn Keys.
And I'm Mary King. It is 5:30 on this Thursday, January 23rd. Lots to cover this morning. We have a wrap of Governor Nikki Haley's State of the State address. The biggest issues she covered in that speech.
Plus, the State Superintendent of Education will be highlighting the educational opportunities in the state. We'll tell you how.
And a story that's big on our web right now, a nurse's aide who could spend a lot of time behind bars after allegations that he sexually assaulted a teen.
Details on all of those, but first we're going to take a look at the weather today. Tim Miller is here with our forecast on this wonderful Thursday morning.
Yeah, it's a little chilly outside,
a little bit,
to say the least, because the weather's been the big headlines, of course.
Yeah.
But we ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate to say it.
Yeah,
From here, it's like 25 outside, right?
I know, it's like basking in glorious heat, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw a preview of that number for tonight.
All right. Well, let's get to our forecast here. We have a strong cold front that's coming our way. Yet again, I know we're all tired of hearing about this, but, well, you know, it is wintertime. There is good news on the long-term horizon. We'll talk more about that, more about this. Another cold snap, and more details coming up in just a moment. 5:32, though, right now. Let's have a look at traffic to get you to where you need to be safely. That's our concern for you this morning. And a couple things on the roadway. First off, our DOT camera takes us to 20 and 277 on all of that. We'll send it right now back to Mary and Lynn, guys.
All right, thank you, Tim. Governor Nikki Haley's 4th annual State of the State address laid out what people are likely to hear on the campaign trail in her re-election campaign.
Haley made it clear that education is among one of her top priorities for this year. Our Katie McKee is in the studio with more. Katie.
Mary Lynn, for Governor Haley, education and its funding has been in the forefront of discussion for the last year, and the topic received a lot of attention during last night's State of the State address. Governor Haley said South Carolina is ranked 42nd in the country when it comes to 4th graders being able to read at a basic level. She made the point that this issue alone is what needs to be corrected first. The governor also put emphasis on making sure that all schools in the state have the technology needed in their classrooms to succeed.
Kids should never feel that they are more or less worthy based on where they live. Our children should all feel like they have every opportunity to be as successful as they dream to be.
And the people of South Carolina deserve leadership. Leadership that makes public education job one, day one, and not wait 4 years until election time to make our children's future a priority.
Now that right there was Representative James Smith, who gave the Democratic response to the State of the State address. He also criticized Governor Haley, saying that class sizes should be lowered and teacher salary needs to be increased to the national average. Mary and Len, back to you.
Thank you, Katie. School choice will be the focus for the State Superintendent of Education today at 12:30 this afternoon. Dr. Mick Zace will join parents, teachers, and students for a lunch and celebration at 701 Whaley. It's part of National School Choice Week, when school leaders highlight the variety of educational opportunities here at the state. This is one of 14 stops across the nation on the Whistle Stop Train and Motor Coach Tour. Well, for the first time, 2 groups will come together with one focus, selecting Columbia's next police chief tonight. The Police Chief Search Committee will hold a joint meeting with a stakeholders panel. That panel is made up of neighborhood, civic, and business leaders who will present feedback from many of you on the chief search. The joint meeting starts at 6 at the Earlwood Park Community Center and is open to the public. Immediately following that, the Police Chief Search Committee will hold a closed-door meeting for more discussion.
A nurse's aide, or we are learning more rather about a nurse's aide who deputies say led a teenager to engage in a sex act while being treated. Lexington County deputies say Kirsten Turner is facing multiple charges. They say the incident happened last Tuesday at MedCare Urgent Care Center in West Columbia, when Turner, who was a nurse there, offered the boy a free test that deputies say was not medically necessary and not documented.
And instead of doing things that would have been helpful to the young man, in my opinion, he did some things that were harmful and probably created a more serious problem than the young man had when he went there in the first place.
Deputies say MedCare told them Turner was a licensed practical nurse, but we did some digging and found that is not the case. The sheriff is asking anyone with information about additional criminal activity involving Turner to report it.
Coming up tonight at 5, we have an update to a WIS investigation into veteran health care at Dorn VA Medical Center. Earlier this month, the chairman of the House Veterans Affairs Committee and other officials met with Dorn administrators. They're trying to get to the bottom of why there have been delays in getting veterans potential life-saving screenings for GI services. Tonight, WIS investigates are vets being educated on colon cancer detection and prevention testing options and able to choose the test they want.
I had sort of made the assumption or was led to believe that when they did that other test that I was actually good to go and I didn't have anything to worry about. And, you know, I realize now that that was not really the case. That was one of those situations where, yeah, you got cancer and now we'll treat you. And it was too late.
Tonight at 5, we'll hear more from this veteran on his experience with Dorn and from his doctor and a retired commanding general at Fort Jackson.
Lexington deputies are searching for suspects who have been breaking into cars. Surveillance at a home on Sunny Vista Drive caught a man and woman trying to unlock doors to the vehicles last week. Investigators say the duo may also be connected to break-ins outside a home on Shag Bark Trail. Both homes are in the Grayland Forest subdivision. If you can identify the suspects there on your screen, call 888-CRIME-SC.
New this morning, the Red Cross has stepped in to help a Columbia family who lost their home in a fire Wednesday. Columbia Fire Chief Aubrey Jenkins says around 3:30 yesterday afternoon, crews were called out to the home on Trowbridge Road. They say when they got there, the house was completely up in flames and the fire was spreading to nearby homes. They were able to stop the spreading and put out the fire, but not before the house was destroyed. A boy was inside the home when that fire started, but was able to make it out safely. There were no injuries reported. We are still waiting to learn what caused that fire. And Chief Aubrey Jenkins says the weather played a factor in that house fire. Now the American Red Cross is warning the cold weather could lead to more fires. Since Friday, the South Carolina Red Cross has responded to more than 10 home fires, providing assistance to about 100 people. Officials are warning people to keep space heaters on level surfaces and keep flammable items far away. If you use a fireplace, be sure to use a glass or metal screen large enough to catch sparks and rolling logs. And they say to be sure to keep a fire extinguisher handy in the kitchen area.
Well, George Zimmerman's latest art piece titled Angie will be going on sale soon. The painting portrays the special prosecutor, Angela Corey, who charged him with second-degree murder. George's brother posted the picture on his Twitter Wednesday, saying more details about the sale would be released today. Zimmerman sold another painting on eBay last month for $100,000.
Still to come on Sunrise, freezing temperatures bring out creative ideas in many.
Find out which news team doesn't just tell viewers it's cold. They show them. It's not us.
Yeah.
Plus, Surf's Up, where giant waves are creating large swells, drawing hundreds of people to the shores.
Well, off to the workplace we go. Starting off this morning, temperatures not too bad. 29, 30, we're about right now. 25 at 7 o'clock. So clouds have kept the temperatures up, but by afternoon time, not too bad. 46 will be our high. The temperatures start to fall as colder air moves in. We'll have your forecast for your Thursday coming up. The time is 5:43 on Thursday morning. Welcome to Sunrise. Let's get you a traffic update, 26 and 20. That is running fine as well this morning. That is a look at traffic. How about our forecast? Time to get the sleep out of our eyes. The roosters out of our hair. That is one sorry rooster. It is just not, either it's cold, dry throughout the 7-day.
All right, thank you so much, Tim. Well, Surf's Up in Hawaii, the largest swells in a decade are hitting the Hawaiian North Shores.
Yeah, giant waves, some up to 50 feet high, were rolling into the North Beaches, what some consider the surfing mecca of the world.
A high surf warning was issued for much of the state. The National Weather Service says a large, powerful storm with hurricane-force winds is spinning north of Hawaii, causing that swell.
Fun video.
Still pretty though.
I know. I was just about to say I enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
Never been to Hawaii. I'll just keep dreaming this morning.
Well, coming up on Sunrise, chilly temperatures and the snowstorm in the Midwest is making it easier for the 24th Zender Snowfest.
We'll introduce you to Team USA and their ice creation. Plus, you've heard of babies being born on almost all forms of transportation, but little Bella's birth might be a first. You'll want to hear this next. Welcome back. Well, during the first Arctic blast, we showed you an anchor desk made out of ice. That one was at WKYC in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, now a news team in Washington at WUSA. This was the one that was in Ohio. WUSA has done the same thing. They anchored the nightly news from their ice desk outside their studios.
Wow.
A thermometer on the set showed just how cold it was in the nation's capital. I have a friend that reports for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she had pictures on her Facebook yesterday of her behind the ice desk. And that's kind of fun. I don't know how long it would be fun for once you're out there anchoring, but...
Yeah, you end up doing the cold dance. That's the dance you do.
That was a nice dance.
Cold, you're trying to warm up.
Well, as cold as sometimes the studio, this is actually not glass, it's ice.
Yeah, our studio ice desk.
Here we go again. It's not cold in the studio. It's just
Not today.
Right. Just right. Well, an annual frozen tradition kicked off yesterday in Frankenmuth, Michigan. This is the Zender's 23rd annual Snowfest. It opened its icy paths to the public, and the carvings are already taking shape. The frigid cold is helping Eric, Derek, and Brandon from Freeland, Michigan, representing Team USA. And with the weather on their side, the trio are carving a cat on its side, playing with a ball of yarn. They say it's because their wives kept telling them to carve cats. Okay, gotta listen to your wife. Okay, well, last year, did all of their wives tell them to keep carving cats?
Oh, happy wife, happy cats.
Well, last year, a team from Oakland Community College won first place with this sculpture titled Octopus.
And I wonder if their wives told them to make
Keep carving
octopus.
octopus.
Cool
What's the
stuff.
plural of octopus? What's the plural of octopus?
I think just octopus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Several octopus.
Octopi?
Okay. We'll look that up. You've heard of babies being born in cars, planes, even on subway trains, but the Arctic blast has brought about a new kind of birth. Bella Sophia Bonani was born yesterday morning on a sled in Philadelphia.
What?
Mom Shirley says she woke up with contractions 10 minutes apart and thought she had enough time to make it to the hospital. Dad Fabian couldn't drive her up their hilly street, so he put her in a sled and tried to slide her down to the car.
Wow.
But Bella could not wait. She came at 6 in the morning in the middle of Cinnamon Drive in Roxborough, Philadelphia. Both Mom and Bella are doing just fine.
Wow. I've never heard that before.
Most births take
a new thing.
several hours. There are some who've been in labor for a whole day, and then others that, like, Bella, I'm here.
Yeah, on a sled
Time to go sledding.
on Cinnamon Drive.
Speaking of
You can't make that stuff up.
Mary's a new concoction of hot chocolate and coffee. She made a little. Have you had any? Let me.
I haven't had any. This is your first time.
This is,
What do you think?
It's not a new concoction. I've done it for years. It is awesome. It is great. I actually had a viewer, one of our viewers, Christy Drigger, she wrote on my Facebook yesterday, they don't know what they're missing. And Lynn can't have the cocoa.
Oh,
the
that's
chocolate,
right.
So
I'm sorry.
I can't let him try
okay.
it. It's okay.
Well, you're not missing anything.
Tim, your face kind of said a different story.
He's
It's
putting
lovely.
on a show.
Can
He's
I drink it later?
Yes.
Much later.
Right now, tell
he
people
places it
happy
to the side.
birthday,
Let's
please.
get to
They
birthdays.
get lots of cocoa and coffee.
Exactly, because they deserve it. They're having a birthday today on the 23rd of January. Andrew, happy birthday to you. 13. Look out, ladies. That's wonderful. Happy birthday, my friend. How about some others on our birthday board? Good morning, 5:57. Quick look at traffic this morning. We'll get to DOT camera 26 and 20 near Melfa this morning. Now, meantime, that's the only big traffic issue that we have. As far as our forecast is concerned, not a bad morning. We're in the upper 20s and 30s. 46 will be our high temperature for today. I want to show you this because we get the full perspective. Another cold front comes our way. Look at the overnight low, 18 tomorrow morning. 36 is all we're going to do for Friday. A little warmer. Mary Lynn coming up by the weekend.
All right, thank you so much, Tim. 5:57 is the time, and we are just getting started on this Thursday morning. Much more sunrise just ahead for you. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be right back.